Hello, 1980.
Oh, that's your chicka chicka bong bong bathroom.
When taking on fixer-uppers, some of our buyers want a major project, while others just want to do a little cosmetic work.
It's kind of smelly.
This couple in Chicago was on the hunt for a big one.
It just screams money pit.
Last time we visited, they'd finished half the house. Now their gut rehab is finished, and we're going back to get their advice.
Don't
do it.
Then,
Bathroom is black.
Black?
this Tampa, Florida family didn't even want to paint, but guess what their place needed?
Are you edging and I'm doing the middle?
That's right.
But now that they're done, we'll see that a lot of paint goes a long way. And we catch up with this family who wanted something unique, a farm in Las Vegas.
Wow.
From their unexpected finds to their fantastic transformations, it's House Hunters. Where are they now? First, we're heading back to Chicago.
I kind of like these. This would make a cool lamp.
Turn it upside down and...
Oh, you put the shade right here?
Oh.
With a $600,000 budget, Lindsay, an architectural engineer, wanted to tackle a fixer-upper. But her husband, Tyler, an attorney, wasn't so sure.
Lindsay can really see the possibilities in each house, which can be okay, but sometimes we gotta think, we're gonna have a budget for whatever we do.
Yeah.
Lindsay was especially drawn to Victorian homes.
I love the details on the outside, the vintage details, the medallions on the doors.
But Tyler wanted a classic Chicago bungalow.
I like nice clean lines, nice geometric shapes.
The first place their broker Todd showed them was Tyler's bungalow style.
Oh.
Nice molding up top, some nice wood detail surround.
Is this a bedroom?
This is actually the master.
So there's no ensuite?
No.
Wah, wah. Hello, 1980.
Oh my God.
That's your chicka chicka bong bong bathroom.
Wow.
But they liked the updated kitchen, and Lindsay saw potential in the unfinished attic.
This space is huge.
Yep.
We could probably move the master up here.
The next house was a low-priced Victorian.
I love it.
So here's the deal. This is a multi-unit building. We can take the two top levels, create roughly a 2,000 square foot sort of single-family home for you with a rental income apartment down on the first floor.
It's a big project, and it clearly needs a lot of work on the outside. It just screams money pit.
But they thought the rental unit was in decent shape, with one exception.
This is a very sad-looking kitchen.
And upstairs, in the main living quarters, they didn't like the closed-off living room and kitchen either.
It's clearly too small.
This is just like, I don't know, like a bow on a pig or whatnot. Whoa, what is that? This is disgusting.
This wall
That's true.
comes out. This becomes potentially a true chef's kitchen.
The third floor was being used as a rental unit, but they saw a potential living space.
That's a small kitchen.
It's good to know that the plumbing is here, so if we wanted to have a master bath and a guest bath up here. The architect in me says, wow, there is so much we could do with this to customize this house.
The last place they saw needed a lot less work.
Look how cute it is. It even has a white picket fence. There's a lot of light in here. This is great.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not bad. It's a little on the tight side.
But they liked the bedrooms and baths.
It's huge. It has tons of space.
So which one did they pick?
We'd really be missing out on a big opportunity if we let that multi-unit Victorian pass us by.
Yeah, it's my dream house.
We can make it our dream house
Yeah.
by putting in a lot of money and effort. Let the fun begin. Get it.
So with a renovation budget of $200,000, work began.
We are combining the second and third floors into our owner's unit.
We are barely touching the first floor, which is the rental property.
That's because they had their hands full with an unexpected problem.
This house is so terrifying that I don't even know what's supporting what.
Not long into the plan to turn the third floor into their bedrooms, their contractor discovered the whole top level was structurally unsound.
In order to be code compliant, we're gonna have to rebuild that third floor.
What's the economic damage here?
$40,000.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
So, okay.
Okay.
Meanwhile, renovation of the main floor living room and kitchen went more smoothly. And last time we visited, it was finished.
Before we had these tiny little cheap cabinets. Now we have these cabinets with beautiful crown molding at the top. It's such an improvement.
But at the end of their episode, the third floor was still unfinished. Not great, considering a big piece of news Lindsay and Tyler got.
Lindsay's gonna have a baby.
Oh my God, congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gonna have to have a nursery ready to go for when the baby comes. Herman, where's your belly button? Where is it? Where's your belly button?
Now we're back, and the whole house is finally finished.
It's really hard to believe that it's been 2 years since we first closed on this house. Much of that just spent living in a construction zone house.
With a newborn.
With a newborn.
Yeah. Herman's 15 months old, and he's such a little boy. It's so much fun to see Herman grow up in this house. Yeah. You coming over for an apple?
So when we finished the show, we didn't really know if we were gonna be able to finish the third floor, when we were gonna be able to finish the third floor, but we finally got through all of that and were able to just get everything finally wrapped up. It did cost us a lot of extra money, but we did get the benefit of being able to have a blank slate up there. We're standing in what used to be the kitchen of that little tiny third floor garret.
And made ourselves a master suite. And boy, is it different than where it was before.
They've also created a light and bright ensuite master bath.
I really love how it turned out because it's that vintage feel that I really love.
The third floor also has a cozy guest bedroom, a Jack and Jill bathroom, a guest bath, and Herman's nursery.
Let's look for the elephant. Peekaboo!
On the main floor, they've since refinished the original hardwood floors and furnished the living room. Then, they updated the home's exterior.
One of the things I initially just loved about the house was the exterior look. It had that Victorian feel. And I think we really try to revert it back to its old Victorian style. So we put the little like half-round fish scales up at the peak.
The fish scales.
The door, we painted it blue.
They've also finished the downstairs rental unit.
We completely redid the kitchen ourselves. I think we did a creative use of reusing whatever we could salvage from the house.
We got cabinets from all of the 4 kitchens in this house and kind of picked up the ones that were still in okay shape.
We put brand new counters on, a brand new backsplash.
I built up this kind of bar area, and I'm pretty proud of us for having put together a pretty cool, pretty cute little kitchen for probably came in under $2,500 all said. We have downstairs neighbors now. The rent that they contribute, it covers a pretty large chunk of the mortgage.
And that comes in handy, since they far exceeded their original $200,000 renovation budget.
When we stopped work at the end of the show, we were around $275 spent, and we already knew, based off of planned work, we were gonna have to spend another 40 to 50 more. All in, when the day was done, we were around $320.
But good news is, we originally bought the house at $470. We had it appraised recently, and the appraisal came out at $800. So it seems that the money was well spent.
A lot of stress, but good investment.
Word. You want it back?
Since our episode aired, we got recognized once.
A guy walked up to us and said, "Yeah, so you were from that one episode where it was a complete disaster, right?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Yes, that's exactly what that episode was."
Yes, we're the couple who got in way over their heads and spent way too much money.
But they've come through the process with some advice to share with buyers who want to renovate 100-year-old homes.
Don't.
Don't do it. We could have saved money by tearing it down and starting completely from rubble, but we wouldn't have kept the cool character of this old Victorian house,
And
which is something that really meant a lot to us. We don't think of it as an investment, we think of it as our home, and we intend to live here for a long time.
Now we're heading down to Tampa, Florida, where this busy mom and dad wanted a move-in ready home, but couldn't find it.
This kitchen's dated.
See the makeover they ended up doing that's perfect for a family.
Like, you could give the baby a bath here, especially with this thing. It's a lot of fun.
Should we hit the water?
Not in this outfit, honey.
Now we're returning to sunny Tampa, Florida, where Edwin and Gisela and their 2 kids were fifth-time buyers.
This will be our 5th home that we're looking for. Our needs keep on changing.
Right.
We want more space. Our kids have outgrown the house that we're in.
With $500,000 to spend, these 2 were in no mood for a project.
Definitely something that we don't have to put too much money in.
So a move-in ready home.
Move-in ready, yeah.
So the first house they saw was turnkey.
This is a formal dining,
This is formal dining, formal living.
I'm loving the floors.
In the front, floor is
Ooh,
beautiful.
hardwood.
They thought the bedrooms and baths were a decent size, and they liked the kitchen.
I always wanted an island in my kitchen.
Like the white cabinets.
It is move-in ready.
But the entertaining area seems a little small.
So the next place was a lot bigger.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I love the high ceilings. Does this pool table come with the house?
Yeah.
I mean, the kids will love something like this.
Anything's
How
negotiable.
cool is that?
Big
This
family
is a
room.
good-sized family room.
But they weren't fans of the kitchen.
I don't like black appliances.
This kitchen's dated.
And they weren't crazy about the bold wall colors in the beds and baths either.
Bathroom is black.
Black? Are you serious?
Pink.
Wow, that's bright.
This one's blue.
Well, the last thing I want to do was pick up a paint roller and start painting.
So the last house was move-in ready and brand new.
Wow, I love the high ceiling.
I like the openness of this room.
Gourmet kitchen, very nice. I love the granite.
They felt the kids' rooms and master bedroom were small, but the master bath was a plus.
This is a car wash.
In the end, they chose house number 2.
I think it'll be perfect for our family.
For sure, the kids will love it. No,
We have a lot of work to do, too.
We do.
Are you edging and I'm doing the middle?
That's right.
Last time we visited, they were in the early stages of making their 5th home their last.
Once we get it to where we want it, it'll be perfect.
For sure.
Spread them out, though, because they're going to grow.
2.5 years later, we're back. And not only is the house the perfect family home they wanted, they even have more kids in their family to share it with.
Hi, Vava. I had a beautiful baby boy 3 months ago. His name is baby Edwin. He's our little...
Miracle from God.
Our other 2 children, they've been asking for a baby brother for a few years. He was either that or a puppy. So, all right, let me get a plate.
Big chocolate chip.
Their renovations started with the kitchen.
This was our big project.
We had maple cabinets here, so instead of replacing the cabinets, what we ended up doing was just sanding them and painting them.
We wanted to lighten up the kitchen and show the size.
We added the white granite tops, nice subway backsplash.
We got all new appliances, which was wonderful. But then when we came down from the island, I really wanted something different. So I fell in love with this kitchen sink, the farmhouse, and it's huge. Like, you could give the baby a bath here, it's perfect. Especially with this thing, it's a lot of fun. And then we did the stone.
The stone backside.
So it looks very custom. We also did that with the bar. The bar, then we decided let's do it a blue color, and it just all flows good together. Oh, I'm solid.
Solid.
They ended up getting the pool table thrown in after all. And they moved it to the sunroom, which is now a family play area.
This is my favorite room of the house. This is where the family gets together. We play games, we watch videos. I ended up changing the ceramic tile that was here on the fireplace. We added the stone and the cedar wood.
Next, they turned to the bathrooms, which were a little dark before.
To paint over the black, we still had to do a few coats.
Yeah. We ended up changing it to like a mint green.
Alyssa, do you have a number 10?
We both wanted a move-in ready house, but after it's all said and done, it was well worth it.
Yeah, we painted.
We ended up painting.
We got the huge ladder and they were like, let's do it. Edwin likes painting. He's pretty handy. Let's see who can jump the highest. This is our 5th home. We are very happy in the house. For the kids, it's great. It needed some updating and we made it to the home that we wanted. We're very happy with it.
Now we're circling back to this family in Las Vegas, who had trouble finding both acreage and a large house.
Don't freak out. It's only a 2-bedroom.
But see the expansive makeover that's given them twice the space they expected.
Over here is where we put the double fridges in. We designed the entire kitchen around these fitting into this house.
Now we head back to Las Vegas, where Nick, a firefighter, and his wife Tawny were looking for a change from their cookie-cutter tract home.
We want more land for our children, to have like some property with a little bit of a farm-style life to it. Do you like it? Hi! We want something zoned for animals, horses and chickens. We definitely do not want the typical home that you find here in Las Vegas.
Nobody has anything green. It's all desert landscaping. I want to see green grass everywhere and lots of trees.
One thing that we really don't want, Rachel, is the typical Las Vegas stucco cookie-cutter home.
Looking more for a traditional farm-style house. But we do need at least 3 bedrooms.
With their $325,000 budget, they disagreed on renovating. Nick, who previously worked in construction, wanted a fixer-upper. Tawny did not.
I don't doubt Nick's ability at all. However, we have 4 children. To move into something that we have to fix up, I think is totally unrealistic right now.
First up was a house on a half-acre lot.
I love the trees.
The house is kind of like a funky kind of farmhouse style. Now, with that being said, don't freak out. It's only a 2-bedroom.
Oh, I don't know about a 2-bedroom. We have too many kids.
Too many kids.
Right off the bat, they thought the living room dining area was tiny and in rough shape.
It's kind of smelly.
I do not like these low ceilings.
Wow, this is small. I think it's just too much work in here, really. It's just too dated.
But the backyard was exactly what the family had in mind.
Wow, this is great space. Can you make that into a chicken coop for me?
We could make that into an awesome chicken coop for the size of it.
I love it.
They thought the downstairs master and upstairs loft area for the kids had character, but were too small.
I could wall this off. This could be the girls' bedroom. That could be the boys' bedroom. I am way more excited about this house than Tawny because I see its true potential.
So next, they checked out a more move-in ready and bigger home for Tawny, but it was on a smaller 15,000 square foot lot.
I think it feels a little boxy to me, like it feels a little small with these walls up like that, but the vaulted ceiling helps a lot.
Nice sized kitchen. I do like it.
It feels spacious. For a family of 6, this would be really nice.
And they thought the bedrooms and baths were a great size.
Double doors are nice.
We have our master bath.
I do love that it has a master suite.
But the backyard was a letdown.
It still doesn't give me that farm feeling that I wanted, especially with the big palm trees and everything.
So the next house had a bigger lot.
Oh, wow. This is really nice. I love the white cabinets.
It has definitely been upgraded, hasn't it?
Oh, wow, this is a pretty big space.
Wow, kind of gives me a blank canvas.
I would say my #1 thing is that it's move-in ready. I really love that.
So which house did they choose?
My heart is in that farmhouse. I know it's a lot of work.
I do love the land of that house. All right, let's do it.
But last time we visited, the sheer amount of work was raising some doubts.
When we chose this home, I was a bit overwhelmed with how much work needed to be done.
Now we're going back to see how she's gone from overwhelmed to overjoyed.
It's just everything that I imagined it would be.
Now we're circling back to Nick, Tawny, and their 4 kids, who traded their typical Las Vegas tract home for a farm. Last time we visited...
First wall of the house to come down.
Ready? Whoa!
8 months later, we're back.
Yeah, look, like this, big scoops onto the pan.
Put it on the pan right
See,
here,
like this,
Jack.
chefs? We were able to make this home into exactly what we wanted it to be. It's really welcoming and homey.
You might not think that you could find a farmhouse in Vegas, but we actually found one, and we really enjoy it. We made a lot of changes to this house, and it started with the front room here. A big change that we made to the house was we pushed out the front wall about 12 feet. Right here is where we tore out the existing wall. Our front doors were right here. By pushing this out, we were able to get an extra 300 square feet on our house, which really opened up our living room for us. Then we added our brand new doors and windows. We added all new hardwood flooring throughout.
I really wanted the rustic glamour fit for our home because I love the rustic feel, but I'm a little bit glamorous too. And so we did a lot of like shiplap walls, but added a nice chandelier to the house to make it a little bit farmy, but updated.
We had to get rid of our fireplace, so there was quite a few cracks through it.
We just had to forego it for right now.
Next, they gutted the kitchen, replacing it with all-white cabinets, marble counters, and a new layout.
The old cabinets from the house used to be right about here, and it closed off the dining room and the kitchen area, so we really liked the idea of laying it out this way so that it opened the dining room up. That allowed us also to add the center island in really nicely. And over here is where we put the double fridges in, which was an absolute necessity for our family. We eat a lot of healthy, raw food, and so with a family of 6, we needed these. We designed the entire kitchen around these fitting into this house.
One of the big changes we did in this house was add some walls upstairs. There was an old loft up there that we were able to turn into my girls' bedroom. They really needed it. This was only a 2-bedroom house, so that gave us a 3rd bedroom.
I was a bit skeptical when we moved in. I couldn't see it, and he really did a good job making a really beautiful bedroom for the girls. And they actually have a bigger closet than I do, so you can't complain about that. And here in the boys' room, we just went ahead and painted it navy blue because that's our favorite color.
They even had enough space left over upstairs to create a playroom. But the kids have a lot more space to play outside.
We're really loving the space and the land that we got with this home. The children are able to play outside probably 80% of the time.
We were able to plant so much grass, over 10,000 square feet. Another thing we just love about the yard was a white picket fence that Tawny always wanted that I got to build for her.
Yes, that was like my dream, to have a white picket fence around a little farmhouse. And we put up the playhouse for the kids, which they have loved and made it into a fort. They spend a lot of time out here in the front yard.
I got
Wow.
this one.
One of the other great benefits on this land is it also has a great chicken coop that we were able to build.
He's ready to get some worms. Look, he's looking.
Currently, we have 15 chickens, 3 desert tortoises, 2 water turtles, and 2 dogs.
And a partridge and a parrot. Our budget coming into this was $20,000, and we've been able to stay in the budget.
By doing the renovation ourselves, we probably saved anywhere from $20,000 to $30,000.
Just on the labor.
But they did have a little help.
The kids just loved doing all the work with Dad. They actually got to beat up some walls and tear some stuff out.
However, we found that they didn't know which walls to beat up and which ones not to, because shortly after we bought the home, we found them beating the wall of the casita in the garage and telling us, look, we tore the wall down.
Knocked off all the stucco.
What a big brother, yay!
We are so very happy with this house. It's been a blessing to have our children have so much room around and be raised up in a farm-style living.
It's just everything that I imagined it would be.